In 2019, Kenya allowed Uganda to export 90,000 metric tons of sugar into the country. Although Kenya has a deficit of over 200,000 metric tons of sugar, it banned sugar from Uganda because there were concerns that cheap sugar from other countries was repackaged and exported to Kenya. Today, Minister of Trade Amelia Chambadi, Betty Maina, Kenya's Cabinet Secretary for Industrialization, Trade Enterprise and Development, and Foreign Affairs Minister Oriemo Okello have signed bilateral agreement to improve trade between two countries, grappling with tariff and non-tariff trade barriers. The sugar production verification exercise is ongoing and Kenyan authorities are checking the capacity of the 14 sugar factories that Uganda has.
The government of Uganda will officially notify the government of Kenya of its decision to abolish bonded warehousing of sugar and provide verifiable evidence thereof.
Kenya's Secretary for Industrialization explained what the verification exercise entails.
In diplomacy or in negotiations, nothing is agreed until everything is agreed. So we might have visited some factories yesterday, met with a few of the proprietors, but we haven't visited 14 factories. So we've seen cane, we've seen stocks of sugar, we've seen a crushing process, but one would need to be able to establish that out of this factory, the amount of produce is consistent with the amount of inputs.
The issue of Uganda's maize, which was first banned in March, was discussed. The Kenyan government insists the maize was not banned, but it must conform to the standards set by Kenya and the East African community.
There is an East African standard on aflatoxin levels for maize at 10 parts per billion, which is also similar in conformity with the Kenya standard that has been shared with the Ugandan side. So maize can come in so long as it can confirm conformity to the standards, and that is verified by the competent authority in each country.
Trade Minister Chambadi admits that maize from Uganda has moisture content, which attracts aflatoxins.
We resolved in cabinet that we'll be buying those machines that will be able to clean, kill the pesticides, but also dry our produce. And our focus is also going to be on value addition.
In 2019, Kenya conducted a verification exercise on the milk from Kenya to ascertain the origin, but the exercise was not successful. Now the Kenyan government is going to carry out another verification exercise of Uganda's milk processing facilities.
There was a very rapid increase in milk exports from Uganda to Kenya 3 years ago, over a period of 3 years. And it's also important for Uganda to confirm that all this milk originates from Uganda and does not arise from reconstitution of powder milk that has come from elsewhere.
The price of milk in Western Uganda now stands at 1,000 shillings per litre. Kenya had banned all milk coming from Uganda, citing the fact that they were not sure whether the volumes that were growing were all coming from Uganda, and therefore they are conducting a 2-month verification exercise to ascertain whether the volumes were from Uganda or not. It is also hoped that if the ban is lifted, maybe the farmer out there, especially the cattle keepers, could realize better proceeds from milk sales. However, the two countries have agreed that they should look out for other markets because almost each of the countries is ensuring that they produce enough for their local market. Sudil Yaruhanga, NTV.